for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and let's get into this review of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 7, episode 16. It was an episode. So let's get into it. So let's get a little spicy. So shouts out to one of my Twitter mutuals. She goes by @Yaz_reality_T. She bit the bullet for all of us and subscribed or paid the $5 Patreon to get the details of what really went down with Juan and the other woman. And it seems like Robin is taking all of this in stride, because before I got on to here to film this video, I was on our True Tees page, and they had posted a screenshot of Robin's Insta story where she's like Robin in the Insta story, because basically that's all we've been talking about since Monday night, and it's now Tuesday and people are still talking about it and making videos. But one thing I didn't know in my The Drama video, if you want to check it out, is that Robin monetized off of this. And like I said, shouts out to my Twitter mutual @Yaz_reality_T, because she bit the bullet and paid the $5 Patreon fee to get the real tea. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about and get an update on you. So check her out. She's really cool. Check her page out. But let's get into this. Like, again, shouts out to her, because ain't no way I was about to pay $5 for that. I got other things I can spend my money on. So it starts off like this. It says, Robin's side. Towards the end of 2020, a woman reached out to Juan via Insta DM and told him she was a fan of the GEBs and thought he was handsome. Like a dummy, Robin's words, Juan responded and entertained her. Woman lives in Canada. Robin notes that they did not date as Canada was on a strict lockdown. They communicated strictly via DMs, then text as at the time after the lockdown was lifted. Woman told Juan she was going to California and wanted to know if he wanted to stop by. He essentially said sure. And side note, the woman told Juan that she was dating a Ravens player. That's a football player, if you ain't know. Juan did not pay for her flight to Maryland. The girl sent the hotel and flight info to Robin. The card was not Juan's card number. According to Juan, his name is on the hotel receipt because someone stole the girl's wallet while she was at the casino. And so they went to the hotel, and he put his card on and he left. Or put his card on file and left. She was upset that he left and wouldn't take her to run errands. Juan said he was confused because he told her, because she told him she had a football player boyfriend, but Juan called his friend to run errands for her, and because he didn't want to. Robin notes that explains why they did not have any pictures together. Juan did not send his friend to be intimate with her, by what is being alleged. Robin notes that the story sounds crazy, but that is what she knows to be true. Above happened in September the 2021. In November the 2021, the girl emailed the receipts to Robin. Robin responded with, "Hi, thank you for your information. Take care." Robin noted that she never asked the woman not to go public. After the exchange, the woman sent $4,000 through Zelle to request to Juan. She also would text Juan things Robin said on Reasonably Shady. Juan wanted to block the girl, but Robin told him to remain cordial so she did not run to the blogs. Robin noted that she expected the woman to go to the blogs, but of course she preferred that she did not. Robin retained that the detailed the woman implied to the blogger did not happen. Juan made a mistake by communicating with the woman. Abso-effing-lutely, said Robin. The wedding was put on the back burner so they could work through these issues. And then it says Giselle stated that the girl also sent her receipts, and she immediately called Robin, but she's happy that her and Juan worked it out because Giselle wanted to punch him in the face. But yeah, that's everything. So I still think it's clown behavior. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel two ways of this. One, I would take this to the grave. When I tell you I would have kept this lie alive, shouts out to Martin, keep the lie alive. Keep the lie alive. That's one of my favorite episodes. Keep the lie alive. I'd have kept the lie alive. I would have kept the lie alive, because ain't no way I would have embarrassed myself to this degree, because now everybody is clowning her. But like I said, Robin seems to be taking it in stride. On the other hand, shout out to the Robinitas, especially at Alex Salter TV, because he riding for one of his faves right now. He's out in them Twitter battlefields. But him and a few other my Twitter mutuals actually gave me good, like, I won't say gave me, but I was reading their comments, and I have to give Robin a point, a couple of points, because one, she monetized this. You had to pay $5 for Patreon. Number two, she also she was smart because she disseminated this information or released this information on her podcast, which gained her and Giselle new subscribers. And she got a coin off of it with the Patreon. Number three, she probably secured her seat for next season. She's still trending for and people are wondering what's gonna happen season 8 because they ready for the other girls to eat them up. And she waited till after the reunion, so it's like it was a bad move, but still a good move because it was just kind of like you got it on both sides. She's getting flagged now, but she still got a coin and she still set herself up for the next season. But that's all I wanted to talk about. That's just how I feel. I still couldn't be me, bro. I just don't know why she would marry him. That's it. But let's get into this. So the episode opens up where we're back in the DMV area, and we see Robin, Giselle, and Ashley at a bridal boutique, and they're looking at wedding dresses because Robin is getting ready to get married. Now, if you don't know this about me, because I've said it multiple times, but I'll say it again, Leah likes wedding dresses. I like to watch people try on wedding dresses. I have a full-on Pinterest board of a wedding that may never ever happen, but I enjoy compiling stuff and looking at people's dresses and looking at decor. That's just something I enjoy. And I enjoy shows that are about weddings, like Rich Bride, Poor Bride, 4 Weddings, especially 4 Weddings. That was top tier. And Say Yes to the Dress, the Atlanta version. I do like the New York, but the Atlanta version, hit your girl right here. Hit your girl right there. So, I was excited to see this scene because I just was like, oh, let's look at dresses. Didn't like none of them. Did not like any of them. The first dress I thought was nice, but it didn't go with beach. Like, it gave more of a whimsical, like, fairy, ethereal theme where I could see somebody, if they were getting married in the woods, would wear this with, like, a flower crown. The second one, like Giselle and Ashley said, it gave, like, event dress. It did not give, like, wedding. It didn't scream wedding. It just screamed, like, oh, you're going to, like, a New Year's Eve gala or something like that. Then the last dress, it gave more a wedding dress, but it really didn't do nothing for Robin. So while Robin is trying on her dresses, going back and forth, Ashley and Giselle are sitting down, and Ashley ends up dropping the tea about what happened between Wendy and Mia while they were in Mexico on the last night. And she said, yeah, it was just me, Wendy, Karen. No, it was me, Wendy, me, Wendy, Candace, and Mia. And she was like, oh, we were just having a good time, laughing, drinking. And she said, but Mia and Wendy. And Giselle's like, girl, what? She was like, what happened? Did they have sex? And she was like, no. And Ashley's like, no, I don't know about that. But she was like, hands were going in places and people were touching each other body parts. So Giselle, like me, is like, girl, what? Like, she threw a drink on you and hit you and y'all doing things? And then Ashley brings up, like, well, maybe it was sexual tension that was between them. I was like, ugh. So I was just like, girl. So they, so then Giselle's like, you know what? I'm going to have to talk to Mia and get the tea. So then Ashley ends up leaving. You then see Robin sit down in the wedding dress, and Giselle tells her that Mia and her want to throw Robin, like a bachelorette party. So she was like, who do you want to come and who do you don't want to come? And she said, I don't want Karen there. And I thought that was going to be a given. After you basically said my wedding was fake, why would you come? Or why would you even want to come? Like, there was no need for you to come. And then with Wendy, and some of y'all felt some type of way. We were having conversations in the comments. I still stand by what I said. I think Wendy was doing the most, and clearly Robin thought she was doing the most. Now, what I will say is Robin needs to be an adult and be upfront with Wendy and say, you know what, even though we you apologize or we came to an understanding, that does not mean I want to continue a friendship with you. I think Robin is still holding on to what happened during season 6. And I can understand that in a sense of Wendy was so loud during season 5 when Robin was getting proposed to by Juan. She was screaming and all of that stuff, was so happy, to now during season 6 when the whole situation between Giselle and Wendy happened. Robin ended up catching strays from her association with Giselle, and Wendy was talking about how her marriage or her relationship with Juan was so fake, and that is a sore spot for Robin. So I think seeing Wendy laugh so much bothered Robin, even though everyone at the table was giggling and kikiing. I just think because Robin already kind of feels some type of way, or that their relationship isn't where it used to be, she felt some type of way. She just was like, yeah, I don't want her there. And honestly, I don't fault Robin. And the reason why I don't is, like, if this was just a cast event, then I'd be like, yeah, girl, you're doing too much. But the fact that there were like several friends of Robin's that came on the came to the bachelorette party, makes me believe that this was her real life bachelorette party. That, yeah, I'm not inviting people I don't like at my bachelorette party. I'm not inviting people where I'm gonna be drunk. I say some ignorant and you hold that against me. I'm not. Yeah, no. Now if it was a cash trip, I'd have been like, yeah, you doing too much. Just bring the girl there. So we then go to a scene where Candace and Chris are sitting down having breakfast. Candace was stressing me out cutting that bagel. Like, everybody was talking about it in Twitter spaces where they were like, yeah, she was doing too much with the bagel. And I was like, was it that bad? And then when I watched the episode, I was like, yeah, girl, why are you struggling like this? I said, if you don't slide that knife all the way through and cut that bagel open. But her and Chris sit down. Candace basically said, like, yo, I got so drunk that I ended up in the shower and I don't remember how I got there. And Chris was like, that's impressive. And and so the conversation continues, and she basically tells him about how Karen and Charisse got into it, how Karen even said that Juan was cheating on Robin, and Chris says, so throwing another husband under the bus or talking disparagingly about another husband. I say, yeah, Chris, you know that's their MO on this cast. They gonna talk about y'all's husbands. They gonna be talking about it. So we then also find out that the last party, or the last group party for the season, will be Candace's release album for her re-release album for her deluxe album, and she's showing new cover art, as well as she's gonna premiere the video for Insecure with Trina. We found out Trina can't come because I guess she's on tour, but they had a cute little moment. She also says that she's going to continue with her IVF journey. She found out that, well, not found out, but they're changing up the medication for her, and she's hoping that the results are a lot better. So I was like, okay, that's cute. So let's move on. All right, so then we have a scene with with Wendy and Karen, and they're pretty much discussing Robin. They're talking about what went down in Mexico. Karen shaking the table and breaking glass after she got into it with Charisse. Karen talks about how she was just like, Robin didn't need to come for me, so I had to I had to check her. They then talk about, Wendy brings up how, now it makes sense about what happened when Karen was doing the whole RPG wig collaboration during season 5, and Robin had said something, and no, I think Karen had said something slick to Robin, and Robin was like, Karen, are you drunk? Like, are you drunk? And then Karen came back with saying, well, you should be more concerned about what Juan says when he's drunk. So then Wendy is like, oh, I clocked it. I see now that situation makes sense to me. So then while they're sitting down at that table, you have Ashley FaceTime being messy, telling the women that they weren't on the text thread of being invited to Robin's bachelorette party. So then Wendy takes the phone and she's like, see, that's my thing with Robin. How are we trying to move forward and you're not inviting me to anything and I have not done anything? And then Karen says she didn't care. To me, they both were pressed. I'm not even gonna lie. I know y'all goes up for Wendy, but to me, they both were pressed. For one, y'all were just sitting at the table shading the girl about her fake wedding or her fake situation with Juan. Now you kind of upset that you weren't invited. And Karen, to me, I was like, Karen, you said at the table that you did not want to be invited to the you were like, yeah, I don't have to go. Like, to the bachelorette party. Like, she would have said she didn't want to go, so why do you care that you weren't invited? Now, Ashley is messy because because she doesn't want anyone to focus on this whole divorce storyline, has been the one to, drop tea or be the bone collector and just spreading everyone's mess around because they know Ashley can't hold water. So, and so that's that. With Wendy, I'm just like, you just was confirming that you like, you now understand the shade that was being thrown, and now you understand. And it's like, girl, if that's supposed to be your friend, there's no reason why you need to confirm tea. I just feel like y'all be giving Wendy too much when it, to me, it should be spread even. Because like I said, Robin should tell Wendy, like, yeah, we said we were cool, but I don't really like you or fool with you like that. And Wendy should stop trying to beg to be friends with them. Like, she's already showed you how she feels with you, or what she like, the way she moves with you. It's but so many times someone can show you that, like, yeah, we cool, but we not that cool, and you should move accordingly, in my opinion. That's just me. So we end up seeing, while the bachelorette party went on, we see we see Karen doing these limited edition candles. Them candles is $130, y'all. $130. If I spend $130 on a candle, it should burn a whole entire year. And that looked like a basic size, like, that did not look like a big candle. Now, I've seen massive candles that I could be like, yeah, that's a lot of wax and that's a lot of wick. So I get why that candle would be like $50 or $60. That candle Karen had is a candle you could get at Walmart, Ross, TJ Maxx, or Target, or Bed Bath and Body Works for a good $10 or $14. If I spend $130 on a candle, better burn for a year and 3 months. It just better burn that long. So, Wendy was also doing commentary, which I like to see when Wendy does it. I think that's a cool aspect of Wendy's character on this show, or what is being portrayed from Wendy, is that she's smart. Sis is smart. She know how to argue with her political commentary, and I enjoy seeing that aspect of her life. So we then have a scene of Mia and Giselle. Giselle pops up at Mia's home. Mind you, I don't understand, with you renting a home, why you would renovate it. That does not make sense to me, because that just adds value to the person's who you are renting from house. Not your house, because it's not yours. They sit down to eat sushi. Sad sushi platter, yo. Say, if I'm coming to eat sushi, I'm eating sushi. That is one of my favorite foods. If I know my friends are coming over because my friends eat sushi, I'm dropping a good $40 or $50 on some sushi so I can get as many rolls as I want. That platter gave very much like, that was probably $10, and she went to the local Kroger's and split the rolls in half and put them on 2 different plates. Girl, bye. If anything, you could have gave her 2. You could have gave Giselle 2 rolls, and you could have gave yourself 2 rolls. That's just me. That's just me. So Giselle gets right to it. She said, girl, what happened between you and Wendy? So Mia pretty much says that, like, Wendy and her were like admiring each other's, pocketbooks. And that, I guess, like, Wendy was spread eagle. And then she said she wanted to see Mia's. Mia shows hers. And she's like, I guess, touched it and said it was pretty. And nothing else really happened like that. But later on, we find out that they rubbed boobies together. And then they had a quadruple kiss where Wendy, Candace, Ashley, and Mia kissed. And then Wendy and Mia were kissing. Because Charisse also says that, like, no, y'all was rubbing up on each other and kissing. Girl, I low-key think it's true. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I have not seen Wendy come out and deny any of this. Now, if she gets to the reunion and she denies it, I'll give her that. But, like, as far as what I've seen on Twitter, I have not seen her be like, girl, why are you lying? I have not seen her say that. So I'm like, girl, did y'all really do that? Oh, I could never. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with it, but not with an enemy. Not with someone who who threw a drink on me and but hit me upside the head with her purse. I'm not kissing on you. We're not rubbing carpets together. I'm not doing any of that. But I low-key think it might be true, y'all. Because I went up and down Wendy's, like, Twitter page, and I didn't even see her say, like, that's not true. Wendy. I hope she comes to the reunion and denies it, or next episode, if they ask her about it, she denies it. Because, girl, what? What? Girl. But we know Mia be lying, so Mia could be lying. But like, I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50. Part of me believes that this really happened because I haven't seen Wendy come out and like adamantly deny it, other than when the rumors came out. And I posted on my community tab where she was saying that like no, but like now that we're seeing it on the TV and you got other people being like, yeah, girl, y'all was doing a lie. I ain't seen her say nothing. But then again, Mia be lying. So who telling the truth? Who is telling the truth, yo? Who is telling the truth? For Robin's bachelorette party, everyone is showing up to Mia's house. Mia's cousins, Kaylee, I think it's Kylie or Kaylee, she is so pretty. That girl is pretty. I said, okay, pretty cousin. She is pretty. So everyone gets there. I think the theme was like either wear black, snakeskin, or lilac or lavender, because Giselle had on a lavender dress. Mia's cousin had on a lavender dress. Then one of Robin's friend, or the friend / assistant, had on a lavender dress. And then Mia had on snakeskin. Mia and Ashley had on the same outfit, and I ain't gonna lie, Mia did look better, but then again, the whole outfit was a throwaway because it wasn't doing it for me on either one of y'all. But if you had to pick, I thought Mia looked better. It was funny when Ashley said, "Oh, so me and Mia are cut from the same cloth." A hoe would wear this, a see-through snakeskin that's lavender. Yeah, hoes gonna be hoes, pretty much. Candace's outfit was cute. She had on black. Sharice had on snakeskin. And I think two other friends of Robin's that came, they had on black too. So they end up going to the strip club. Giselle got a money gun, throwing it all up in the air. Robin shows up in this lime green outfit that I thought looked really nice on her. She gets on the bus. They're all excited. They then start talking about what happened with Mia and Wendy. And everyone's like, what? And that's when Sharice says, no, y'all kissed. Like, y'all was kissing and y'all was like rubbing on each other's boobs. And Candace is like, you know what? Because then Candace asks, like, do they wipe down the pole after every dancer when they go like to the strip club? And I was like, normally they do. Normally they do. And Ashley was like, Candace, girl, you've touched other things. And then Candace like, I don't remember anything. And that's when they said about the quadruple kiss. And then they brought up the whole Wendy things. Everyone was giggling, laughing. They were having a fun time on that bus. As much as y'all don't like them, and I get it, I'm not even going to fault people for not liking them. That looked like a fun time. That's like the funnest I've seen them have all this entire season. It looked fun. So they get to the club. We find out Sharice is a little in her feelings because she wanted to throw the party. But I said, did they ask? Or did you? I was like, did you ask her to do it? Like, if you want, normally people tell you they're going to do your bachelorette party, or someone comes to you and asks you to do it. Either way, no one told you to do, like, you didn't tell her you was going to do it, and no one asked you to do it. So just sit this one out, Sharice. So they get to the strip club. Everyone's having fun. You know, the girls shaking their bitties. They actually did have steak and lobster. So everyone was like, Mia told the truth. They said the food was good. Some of the dancers were cute. You know, I'm from the South. Even though I grew up in the DMV, I still remember like big booty women. Like, I was with Candace. I want to see a girl with a dump truck. I did think the whole shower thing was cool though. Like, I've never seen that in the strip club. Like, the girl was dancing and shit. I said, okay, girl, give the vibes. Okay, set the scene. Give it to us. So they're all having fun. You can clearly tell most of them are like inebriated, especially Ashley, especially Robin. Robin was throwing them shots back. You know what? Everyone always says that Robin is an undercover lesbian. I could see it. I feel like she was having fun at the strip club. You know, because girls have fun like that, but she was enjoying it, you know. But I ain't gonna hate, you know, have a good time. So they sit down and then they start asking Sharice about how she feels about Karen. And Sharice, you can tell, is drunk too. And, before we got to the Sharice thing, they asked Ashley about the whole situation with Michael. I was so proud of Candace because Candace pulled an Ashley on Ashley, where she was like, Ashley was talking about like, we're in like a weird but good place. Like, it's not always dark when we're together. She was like, I'm not really, they were like, are you dating? She was like, no, I'm not dating because he's not dating. And I actually felt bad because he told me he wasn't dating. And then Candace was like, And you see Candace, and he was like, well, Chris said he was at the West End with another girl. Ashley's face was cracked. Mind you, the whole time while this discussion is happening, Giselle's eyes are going back and forth like she's staring directly into the camera. It was like weird because like if you go back and watch the clip, Giselle is like, because Ashley is like, she doesn't know what's going on. She like, because everyone's asking her what's going on. So then Candace, like I said, pulled the Ashley on Ashley, where she was like, girl, I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't be faithful to him if he's not going to be faithful to you or whatever. And Candace was like, yeah, Chris said he saw him at the West End with another girl and she won't that cute. But that's what Chris said. And then Ashley's like, and her face was cracked. Everybody else at the table was like, ooh, girl. And she's like, see, just be honest with me because you're telling me one thing and I'm hearing from other people other things. And then I laughed when Sharice was like, you can't be mad. You getting a divorce. I was like, Sharice, shut your drunk self up. Shut up, lady. So then this is when we start talking about Karen. So they get on Karen. And basically Sharice is talking about how I ain't never blasted Karen when I had an opportunity to blast her, but I've never blasted Karen. And everyone knows Karen as the neighborhood drunk who, when she get drunk, she do whatever. And even Giselle was like, yeah, everyone does know that. And Giselle brought up what happened season 6, where she was like, Karen called me a broke down whore from Hampton, but I never sprayed her with her own tea, which I feel like is true though. Because when Giselle was like, when Giselle told Karen, I'm going to tell all your truth, every truth to you, but she never said anything. And so they're like, what happened? And Sharice is basically saying that Karen got so drunk one night that she ended up in the bathroom, doing things or actually having sex with one of the workers in the bathroom. And everyone's like, girl, what? And Giselle was like, yeah, like we all know Karen. So then they start talking about the blue eyes thing. And they were like, Ray probably knows about it. They probably have an understanding. And then Mia was saying in her green screen how she was like, I talked to G about it. And G was like, when older men get with younger women and they get to a certain age where they no longer can like do what they're supposed to do or be able to do what they want to do. If they love their wife, they'll allow them to like date and everything will be cool. And I was like, that's probably the arrangement, because clearly you can tell that Ray is getting up there in age. They confirmed about the whole driver situation that Karen's license was revoked. And Karen even told us that her license got taken away when the whole Monique drunk driving situation happened and she ran into that rail. And she was telling Monique like, yeah, you can't do that. That's happened to me. So I think it's true, y'all. I think more and more we finding out that Karen might be the neighborhood drunk. She might be. Then Mia hopping in talking about, y'all say Karen was a prostitute, putting 20 on 10 like all of them do. Like all of them do. And then Mia was saying, well, I learned from you, Giselle, which I was like, call her out because everybody done learned something from Giselle. But yeah, y'all, that was the episode. I'm excited for the season finale next week, as well as the reunion, because I'm kind of over Potomac drama, especially with the way people are reacting online about it. But I am getting excited because Tuesday, we back to the Jersey Shore. We're back to New Jersey. So that is it, y'all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below.